Before I get started, I have to thank all of y'all for supporting the Rippaverse magazine, representing issue number 2. It has now sold over, these numbers are not updated, $75,000 in total sales, which is crazy because the base book is only $7. So thanks to you all for the support. But speaking of magazines, today I want to discuss this. Game Informer is calling it after 33 years. They made this post. They said, "Thank you for being part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end." And they said it's with a heavy heart that they are announcing the closure of Game Informer. Now, look, it's hard to say anything other than this had to be a big success because it existed for 33 years. Most businesses do not have such a luxury. I don't exactly know if it's a financial thing. I would imagine it had to be. Some people, of course, going to point to people, definitely games companies, forgetting like their roots and why people were intrigued by them. Did that have something to do with it? I don't know. It's quote unquote wokeness. I have no idea the company's setup or structure. I don't know. Also, is it the times, right? How appealing is a magazine? It's funny, as I just tell you about our magazine, it is a gaming magazine nowadays. And how was that adjustment to try to at least have some things exist online? Was that not feasible? It could be due to a lot of different reasons. I really don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all of those. I will say the Game Informer, from my knowledge, I remember PlayStation Magazine pretty vividly, but one of the magazines that I really kept up with was Game Informer growing up. See, it's 33 years that it's been a thing, and that's only a year younger than I am. So it's quite literally been a part of my entire life. And I remember having a bunch of those still over there at my mother's house. So, for the sake of nostalgia, it sucks. But I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I was getting Game Informer magazines every month either. So, it's more nostalgic than anything else. But I guess everything, you can make the argument comes to an end. But how things are set up now, with not just digital things, because we don't release our comic books, for example, digitally, not right now. Don't really have a plan to do that because there's not a whole lot of money in it. But I think with gaming, it's something that is so unique because even how they are consumed are almost exclusively digital now. And I think a lot of people obviously are getting their information, more importantly, through the digital means. So it can be one of those situations where, much like some of the other magazines, you had to kind of be ahead of it if you were going to outlast or last in this industry, in trying to form a legitimate business plan centered around your digital marketing per se, as well as your digital existence. And I'm not sure Game Informer was very good at doing that, but to be fair, again, they came up in an era that things just fundamentally changed like that when everything became digitized. So it does suck to see something like that happen to something that was very much a part of my life, quite literally, for a very long time. It sucks to see that, but it's also a lesson that, look, man, good things come to an end for sure, and it's hard to outpace change. It really is. You have to be ahead of it. You have to have your ear to the streets at all times, and you really have to be ahead of the curve. Otherwise, you end up like the Blockbusters of the world, where you're the first in and you're the best dressed, but then someone else comes and beats you at your own game. So sucks to see Game Informer go, but all of us that love games, we still love games, and I'm sure we'll have some great memories of those Game Informer magazines.